Hi, Judy and Dr. Wu. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today about your new book.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thanks for inviting us.
Of course. So your book it's titled The Tao Within. So Dr. Wu, I'll start with you. What inspired you to write a book in the first place about Taoist Chinese medicine?
Yeah, because it's so many people they don't know about this alternative medicine in the West, but this is the older medicine uh, from China.
So also what it is, in the US, we have a healthcare crisis right now, Stephanie, and Dr. Wu wanted to present another option, an alternative option to healthcare, which is Taoist Chinese medicine. I think what happens a lot of time is in the mainstream, they think this is the only way, we have to take prescriptions, we have to do surgery. But if you open up and see that there's other holistic measures, Taoist Chinese medicine is actually perfect for it. And we welcome people to just at least be open-minded and explore.
Great. So if that was the inspiration, what was the overall purpose of writing then? Was the overall purpose to just expand people's minds beyond Western medicine, or was there more to that?
Yes, the main idea and the purpose of this book is want to like let people know that they can heal themselves. Our body have a natural healing ability. Just have to be open up to it. They have to be open-minded because people they don't know. Yeah, we have a right to know another option. And this does within is point people out, say, hey, it's inside of you. You don't have to look out the window, look somewhere out. You have to like bring awareness, self-awareness. That's the main uh, thing we teach a technique and based on like Tai Chi Qigong practice. They have to do something themselves instead of just keep going to a doctor and say it's no cure, but it's you self-awareness yourself. You find where's the problem because the body like so many kind of autoimmune problem, the body create the problem itself, and only the patient have to waking up and have to find the root cause. No one else can replace that. Uh, and just cannot just like say, hey, go to someone else, fix me. If they come to me, I'm not gonna take them because cannot just fix them. They have to know what's problem, like because they create stress for themselves. They have to waking up why they have stress and what they can make change. They need time. I ask them, you have time, half hour a day, do this meditation, Tai Chi, Qigong, whatever it calls, just relax yourself. But they say have no time, no time, I can help them. But the American run Duncan and keep running. They run on a treadmill. That's the Taoism within Taoism is want people to take over their own power. It's 70% is the patient's job and 30% is go to a professional, a doctor or a therapist. Someone else can help you, but just like kind of we focus on teach the patient, not just treat the patient. And a lot of people they miss that part of the knowledge and the culture.
Yeah, so chiming in on what Dr. Wu is saying, I think is a very, very important message. A very critical message is we want people to take their power back. And what Dr. Wu was explaining is, we innately have healing capabilities in ourselves, and it's to awaken to that and to also know yourself. There's a reason why that you got there in the first place with the ailment, the disease, right? If you're working like, let's say 70 hours a week, you're sitting on your desk typing and you're not getting out moving, you're eating processed foods, the continuation of that kind of lifestyle, of course, you're going to get some sort of ailment because you're not really knowing yourself and knowing what works for your body, and you're giving your power to an outside doctor in the Western medicine that is not really treating the root cause. And Dr. Wu treats the root cause, is getting to the center of what caused the ailment instead of fixing all and giving these band-aid solutions with prescriptions.
Great. And when you're saying that, people can kind of take their own power. Did you have a certain target audience in mind when you were putting the book together? Is this something that anyone can benefit from, or was there a certain target audience you were looking at when you were putting together the information?
Only for someone that's open-minded. Yeah. This is the time, sometimes not the right time. They're not open-minded, they're not gonna learn. Only people have to be ready. They want to learn. That the book is a step one, is to get them some idea and base it.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that I've noticed myself as well when I interviewed Dr. Wu's patients on podcast interviews, is that you really need to either be fed up with what has been going on in the medical system, and you're taking prescriptions, you're doing treatments, you're doing chemo, nothing's changing. I think sometimes out of desperation for one is one of the reasons. And you do need to have some sort of spiritual understanding of how holistic healing and what specifically Taoism and Taoist Chinese medicine does. So it helps, like what Dr. Wu says, is have that open-mindedness and to explore new ways of healing besides the mainstream.
I'm glad you brought up the spiritual side. I had read that the book mentions that readers can be guided on, it said, a spiritual and medical path towards self-empowerment. What does that mean exactly?
So what happened with that is, I think in Western medicine, they don't recognize the soul or the spirit at all. They're not diagnosing as your emotional makeup or what is going on as stress in your life. They're just looking purely on a physiological level, right? So in Taoist Chinese medicine, we look at the spiritual component, how you're living every day. Are you doing Qigong? Are you doing Tai Chi? Are you meditating? Are you eating the right foods? And Dr. Wu could go much more in depth than I can regarding that with the yang, the yin and the yang foods, your deficiencies. So Dr. Wu looks at the holistic approach into medicine. I think Dr. Wu, you had given like this great case study about this woman. She had lung respiratory, I think it was Gina. She had lung respiratory issues, right? Asthma. And then Dr. Wu saw that it wasn't about the lungs. It was because, was it lungs or the children of the bladder? It's something like that.
Lung is the mother of the bladder. Actually, she want to come to say, ask me how the bladder cancer, because she said the surgery 2 times recurring. The cancer keep coming back. And she got so nervous that because she cannot keep doing more surgery. And I said, look, I don't need to treat your bladder problem because your bladder is a tire of the lung. And because originally she have asthma for many years, been taking steroid inhaler to try to control the symptom. But the problem is the lung is afraid on the bladder. I say I want to address the root cause, the original problem. That means you have to change your diet, get rid of dairy. Then your lung, we have to help your lung get recover. Then you don't need to treat the lung no more. That means she stopped the dairy for 1 month, no more asthma, then no more steroid needed. And no more treatment for asthma. Then right now, 5 years now, the bladder cancer not come back. That means it's like we have to, but the patient have to do something. It's a lot of people, they refuse to change their diet. Then I say I cannot help now. Actually, I ask them questions before they have an appointment. I cancel their appointment. I say I don't want to waste your money and time. I cannot see them. I only take 1% of patients, they call me, because most people, they're not ready. Sometimes they cancel themselves, but if they not cancel, I cancel them. I say I cannot see you because I'm not gonna waste your money. I don't want to be, it's like, it's big. no, I want to be fair. There's a fair business. If I cannot help you, why you come to see me? And because Tina is ready to, she says she commitment to change some diet. It's, as tell people say, this is an experiment. 3 months only. I'm not gonna take away your human right because I have to learn how to deal with people. The people are afraid. They think I take away their human right because I have a right to eat. They have a right to eat the cheese and drink milk, but I have a right to not see them too. I say you have right, but you want to work with me, you have to only get up 3 months. It's not better, then you go back to your dairy. That way it's working out much better. Things just say, oh, you stop milk and dairy. They thought I'm gonna take away their human right.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a big barrier too, and I'll ask if the book discusses this, is getting away from West. We're so used to Western medicine. Does the book talk about what element or elements are missing from the Western medicine approach that Taoist Chinese medicine is stronger at?
Yeah, so it's kind of going back to what Dr. Wu was saying, is about taking responsibility and taking responsibility for healing yourself as well. Dr. Wu just mentioned 70% of the patient's responsibility. And he's equipping you with all the different types of treatments, Tuina, Qigong, meditation, Chinese herbal tea. So when we say herbal tea, it's not like a normal tea. It is like 25 different Chinese herbs that is medicine to your body. And, kind of circling back to what Dr. Wu was saying, regarding Gina's case with the lung and the bladder, this is the other part that's missing in Western medicine. He looks at the holistic view, right? He saw that it was interrelated between lung and the bladder. Western medicine is isolated. They isolate the problem. They fix only the isolated problem. So I would say definitely that holistic approach is one major difference. And the second is taking the responsibility of the 70%. And, also incorporating that third of the spiritual lifestyle, is knowing your lifestyle of what you're putting in your body. And Dr. Wu mentioned no dairy, no gluten, 1 ounce of meat, stop the processed food. So these are all self-responsibility things that you have to do as a patient. Dr. Wu's not going to come over your house and tell you what to eat and what not to eat. So I would definitely say those 3 layers are really the critical points of what differentiates Taoist Chinese medicine from Western.
Okay. Does the book give, I know I'm a visual person, I love seeing examples. Does your book give an example, or do you have other examples of how Western medicine doesn't necessarily, you'd mentioned the root cause, how it doesn't necessarily treat the root cause of an ailment or a disease? Do you have any examples of that you can share?
Well, we have, I think, Dr. Wu, we had 20 case studies in the back of the book. So these are all real life case studies. So we had to change the names just for out of protection. But yeah, I mean, those cases are pretty much illustrated in that. Dr. Wu, do you have another maybe case study that you could share with Stephanie?
In other cases, that means we have a guy from Honolulu, and he's have diagnosed with this called MG, minor cerebral graphic. It's a weak muscle, and the energy collapse, and feel the muscle. We even the eyelid collapse too. Cannot open our eyes, cannot see either, and cannot carry more than 10 pounds. Cannot go to get up second floor. And she's young guy, only 37. And the reason, because she want Western medicine is no cure, and is right now the treatment say 2 months make it worse. He complained to the Tai Chi master because he learned martial art, and the Tai Chi master kind of a Taoism mindset too. Because these people we have same kind of spiritual practice. And the master said, why this is you keep complaining, why not working, why not get TCM a look? And he look it up. Then he find a TCM doctor 104 in China. He went to buy a ticket to go by. He find out he just passed away that week. He disappointed. Then he find his children, 87, my teacher, and he said China have COVID closed down. Then he look at it, and his student study with Dr. Xiao, and he find me. I'm only student in U.S. From that lineage. That lineage is a school called Spring School. We very good at treat spring condition. But the problem with this case, root cause is spring deficiency. That's why spring energy weak. That's why spring control the muscle. That's why we have to find the root cause why he lost all the energy on the spring, because he run a business for like almost 16 years. And that's she have to recognize his problem. That's why he resigned. The wife take over the job. That means family support his wife, cook the herbal tea for him every day, 2 hours, and do moxa on him. And the family support important too. And every day do 1 hour moxa, half hour foot bath, then cook the herbal tea, take 2 hours in 6 months. Do that for 6 months. Actually, then all better. After 1 year, 100% normal. But you have to credit to the patient and his family too. But this is like, you need support system. That means you want to make it. Sometimes you are so weak, you need family or friend or somebody gonna helping you. I cannot help all these people because I see him only in June. He want to fly over. I said, no, you stay home. I teach you what to do. And right now he become my student now.
I mean, Stephanie, another to segue into another topic is, Dr. Wu mentioned about this case study about this Honolulu guy that has these health condition, and he was working X amount of hours. So, I think this burnout that we're talking about in corporate America and making money and the capitalism, this is another huge issue that goes into, some problems that can arise. And I see that even for myself. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is, it's kind of going back to knowing who you are. If you're constantly on adrenaline, working and stressed out and building out a business, look what happened to that guy. I mean, it affected his spleen. And same with me, that has happened to me as well. And so, I would love to talk a bit more about the chi and the life force and how that is the essence of everything. So if Dr. Wu could explain more about the chi and the life force and why that is so important. So Dr. Wu, do you want to talk a bit about the chi and the life force that's needed?
The chi is everything. The chi is like, she can create all the medicine in the body, vitamin A, B, C, D. That's called smart chi. Do whatever you need. It's a chi like weaker, then your blood circulation slow down also. But chi can be afraid on your digestion system, your absorption system too. That means your body have chi, you can produce all the medicine you need. But your chi is not working. That's why you need to be take vitamin forever. But if you activate chi, then your body can produce vitamin A, B, C, D, or any chemical you needed, like interferon. Like Western, they treat hepatitis C or cancer. They have immune treatment. They inject interferon drug to the patient, and 50% of the time, they kill rate of the hepatitis C is 50%, 50. But some patient is reaction die with the side of it too. But if your chi is active, we can use like moxibustion or qigong, active your open up certain point in the body. In the body, they can produce the chi can go to produce the chemical you need it and fix the problem. But that chemical is 100% no side effect because it produced you by yourself within. But in China in the 70s, we did a lot of study on that. Clinical study right now, because corporation in China now, they stop those kind of study because that kind of study you cannot make no money. Because capitalism, you need money. China become capitalism too. They integrate the capitalism to China. That's why they stop this kind of study, because I'm old enough to grow up in that old day. We don't need a business, but that's why they do more study on that. I learned a lot. That means I know the two different timing. The old day I grew up with no electric, no, we have no bill to pay. We live on the land. We don't need money. I don't need a job. My father never made a job. My father built a big house, only $10 in 1970. Yeah, we don't need money. $10, that's big deal. $10 equal like right now $1 million. This number.
I'm so glad you brought that up about the chi because, I think sometimes people think I'm going to read the book or I'm going to go into Taoist Chinese medicine because I have a serious illness like cancer or, hypertension, but it sounds like, Judy, with your example of someone who might just be overworked, someone
Right.
who might just be, dealing with stress, anxiety, so is it even for someone who it might be environmental, not really medical, the environment is making them sick. They could benefit as well from
environment. That means you have to get out of the environment because too much toxin your body can handle. Either quit a job or environment, stress environment. For me, I get strong chi. I'm any stress not bother me. That means I can handle stress. In that kind, even people negative, they're not gonna bother me. But environment with more or like chemical toxicity, that is gonna affect my body. I have to let go. I'm not gonna work that kind of like pollution environment, like people call Beijing COP, Beijing of pollution. But I go there 1 week, fine. But I'm not gonna get a job and make $100 million and damage my body because that environment is like too much pollution. Why I have to stay there for my lifetime? You go there 1 week, 2 weeks, have some fun. Okay, no problem. That kind of environment not gonna hurt me. Like Beijing COP, right? Pollution, air pollution. People worry about Beijing, but China is so big. Or New York pollution too. That's why I like West Hartford. It's a small town. It's better air. That means I have my choice too, because some people they can handle how long can handle on that environment. But for me, stress environment on like negative environment not gonna affect on me because I got strong chi. Strong chi, that means it's smart chi do whatever they need. I'm not gonna like they're not gonna like affect on me. It's stress environment. I'm not bothered.
Yeah,
Depending on what kind of environment, right? Two kind of environment. One is evil environment, stress, or negative environment, like kind of like another environment is a toxic environment, pollution environment. Some people hurt because some people live in their office, work in the office with mold, and they mess up their nerve system, but they gotta quit their job because you treat them, but they go back to in that environment, then the problem gonna come back.
So Stephanie, to add on to what Dr. Wu is saying, he's talking about the internal and the external factors of the stress, right? And the pollutants. But to add on to that is, the chi and the life force, if you don't have enough chi, you essentially die. That's how critical it is that Western medicine doesn't even acknowledge that life force. And the other thing is, chi is also related to emotions. So in Dr. Wu's case, he's got such strong chi that people that are negative, that are like, throwing negative emotions out, he's not affected because he's got strong chi. So if you have weak chi, your emotions, that's all in the book, like anger is related to the liver or worry is related to the spleen. So if you don't unblock those emotional issues, and let's say you hold some resentment on a certain part of your body, that manifests into ailment. So this is where the spirit, the mental, the emotional, and the physical is all interrelated. Western medicine doesn't look at it in that kind of lens.
So is that what you mean? And I'm sure the book goes into this more about that Western medicine doesn't treat the root cause. I'm almost thinking that Western medicine gives you a pill to numb the root cause for a while, but it doesn't treat it. So nothing ever goes away. That you're just keep on that, like Dr. Wu said, you're on that spinning cycle where you just keep popping a pill, going to the doctor, and it's, covering it up for a while, but it's not helping you. It's not treating it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, the high blood pressure, you take a high blood pressure pill forever, lifetime. And that's it's either you can have either wrong food or high blood pressure, you can be like too much stress. Those two reasons cause high blood pressure. If people, the milk is number one problem because milk make the 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 blood like sticky, and that's why you have to press harder to to do the circulation pump right, pump in pump out, right. And it's because the milk and the cheese they cause the blood so sticky. Then you get with the cheese and the milk for a couple of days, the blood pressure better because the blood is like more hydrated, like water can flow easy. Then you don't have to press so hard. That kind of thing is like, then we look at what is the problem. But the problem with some patients, they don't look at, they don't do any change themselves. They say, "Oh, give me a pill." Why they say, "Give me a pill"? Because commercial, all this advertising, they make them like program them to say, "Just take a pill." Even people take so many prescription pill and they say, "I'm normal." What mean normal? I say normal. You take no pill, your blood pressure normal. It's normal. You already take pill for every day, forever, and you say you're normal. See, because they get been in the program, run into this cycle already. That means people have to be waking up. They have to be ready to wake it up, make some change. But some people not ready. That's okay. But at least I say 1% people gonna waking up. That still is a lot already. Because you have your choice. Make sure we just want people to know have your choice. But the problem is some people they don't awareness they can make some change and make their life better life quality. That's what we focus on. Our goal is like improve life quality is more important. That's you need to enjoy life. If not enjoy life, why make this a $10 million, whatever $1 million, $100 million just like $100, like $1 million just like $1. Yeah, just a number, but it's not. There's no quality of life. But that's called attachment. They are attached just to the good or to the bad. Good still a problem too. Attached to the good thing is a problem. Attached to the bad thing is a problem too. Emotional, they attachment. Some people attached to their father passed away 20 years already, and this guy 80 years old is still angry with the father. Another guy is still sadness and depressed because a good father passed away. They attach to good things. Good thing is passed already, like a flower, beautiful. You attach to that flower gonna be dying. A new flower gonna be not 100%. Then you suffer. Same thing like flower. You enjoy it right now, the present, and the flower gonna pass. Same thing, your parent, grandparent gonna pass away. But good ones or bad ones doesn't matter. It's a history. Let go. But they have to want to let go.
Yeah, so Dr. Wu's touching upon the Taoist mindset and the Taoist philosophy. So it's accepting the natural cycle of life, right? And I think the American culture, even with aging, especially for women, we fight the aging, we get the Botox, the creams, we do everything to look younger. So in the Taoist philosophy is accepting the cycle of nature of what happens in your next phase of life. And you know, it's also a huge component, I think, in keeping that inner peace in your life. Because if you have inner peace in your life, and through these practices of Qigong and Tai Chi and meditation, you are sustaining that inner peace in your life so you can combat anything that's going on outside of you, right? Because in the modern era, there's competition, there's stress, there's toxic environments, there's so much. You got to stay strong in your core of who you are. And I think the Taoist practice helps with that. Circling back real quick about when you said about why is it that Western medicine just hands you the pill or the surgery? I think we all know that it's, you know, healthcare is a business in the American culture. They want you to stay on the pills and prescription for your entire life. I mean, how much money are they making on that, on a per life?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep, exactly. So if someone asked, you know, how is this book going to help me? How would you categorize it? Is it like a step-by-step guide? Does it give just examples, like of all the examples you mentioned, whether it's what to eat, to control your chi, or or is it a map? Is it learning by case studies? How would you explain it to someone if they just said, how is this book going to help me?
The book is not gonna help them because practically the book is just like level one to open up their mindset. They have to say, hey, this is possible. This is another way, another option. When they open up, then when next book is teach them Feng Yang Tai Chi. They can learn Tai Chi at home. That's for next book. Next book is we can continue to more book, but next one is coming soon in 6 months. Gonna be come out. But this book is to have to be open their mindset, and if they're not open, they're not gonna do anything. Even it's also this book get them an idea, get them some story. Say, hey, this is possible. They have to open mind first. They're not open mind. No one can help them either. That's the purpose of the book. The book is get them idea, and also they already just remind them to practice whatever they practice. They might practice meditation, Tai Chi yoga, or they can go to a local class. They find somebody local participant in their town, in their city.
Yeah,
At
so
least looking for it. It's an open mind. If they're not open, not gonna work. Doesn't matter what you do. They're not gonna open. They're not gonna come. They're not gonna change.
So Stephanie, this book is more like a booklet, where, it's an overview and an introduction to Taoist Chinese medicine. So it does talk about Taoism, the spiritual component, the spirituality of the lifestyle, the mindset, the philosophy. And then it does talk a bit about the different treatments that you can do. You can do Tui Na, Qigong, Tai Chi. There's herbal tea, there's Moxa Bustion, there's Gua Sha. So it's got a quick little synopsis of what that's about. It talks about different deficiencies and the different emotions that are tied into the organs of your body. So it does touch upon multiple topics of the entire scope of what goes on in Taoist Chinese medicine and in people's health condition. So, it is to offer, again, it's an option. It's just to expose people that there is another option that's more holistic, and it is to teach and empower people to take their power back.
Great. So is that what you hope readers will gain from reading it? What do you think the message is of the book?
So the message of the book is pretty much, if we could just influence one person, that is a service, right? If we got one person to read the book and open the person's mind, or they decide to stop what they're doing in Western medicine because it's not working for them and go to Dr. Wu, you're essentially saving someone's life. I mean, what better gift than the gift of health? If you don't have excellent health, you can't enjoy life. And so education through these books is like one of the most powerful ways that we can deliver this message.
Great. Dr. Wu, do you have any final thoughts on that if someone asked you, what will I gain from reading this book? Do you have any final thoughts on what you could tell them?
Yeah, gain from this book, it can be open up another solution and open-minded. They might open up to it. Yeah, good to be open-minded. That's the book can benefit to them. That's even help one person at a time. Whoever read it, they might, because someone might never know such stuff they don't know about another way of look at things. It's it's opportunity for them to open minded, and to make even while open minded is like they can take over their power. They might can figure it out. They can self learning, self awareness. they can practice their meditation. Just remind them, benefit to them, what they can do for themselves. But they might already have been practicing this kind of stuff. They just need encouragement. And because the monkey mind is keep on the way, block them. But this book is help them to open up, not let the monkey mind block their way and attach to them. Just let go, accept and let go in a moment. Then it's just like if they can let go of whatever attachment, whatever in the past history, just let go, good or bad. Attachment is the problem. But the book is the Taoism philosophy itself. They have to remind them to practice, not just talking. Just say, hey, yes, why not?
Great.
You have to say yes, right? The book might help them say yes. Now I want to improve my life. Instead, the monkey might say, no, you cannot. The book help that can be empowered themselves.
So, Judy, do you agree? It sounds like if someone is open to wanting to make a change and empower their life, that's the first step that they need before even opening the pages.
Well, it's moving away from that victim mentality. I think a lot of our culture is about this poor me, this happened to me, the victim mentality. And that kind of mindset gets you sick, and I think it's shifting from victim mentality to empowering yourself, and also realizing that in us is the Tao, which is God, the creator, the divinity. So in the preface of the book, the first line is, in each of us there's divinity, is seeing that we're not just physical beings, we're spiritual beings with part divinity in the Tao and God that is pretty much unlimited power. But a lot of people don't tap into that. They're still thinking that we're just only physical beings. But, maybe on another podcast interview, we can talk about the bioelectric being. So that's a whole nother subject. It would be like opening up another can of worms, but maybe another podcast on that one is teaching and educating people that we're not just physical beings, we're bioelectric beings, we're energetic beings. And I think if we take that power back, instead of just lending it and just, giving it to the Western medicine doctors where they're just quickly diagnosing you and they don't really know you, they're just quickly diagnosing you and sending you to exams and scans, and then they're just going to give you a prescription or, or surgery, whatever it is that they think is a conventional way. But I think the book is to show you that there are other options, and there are healthier options. They're healthier and more holistic.
I think that's a perfect way to wrap things up. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. I love what you both said about if your book helps one person get healthier, that's a win. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. So thank you both so much.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you, Dr. Wu.
Thank you.